Good evening, students. For continuing our lecture of Laplace, today we are going to discuss about the Laplace transformation of derivative functions, integral functions, and some other multiple of t function or 1 by t. Here we have as written something. If f of dash t is a continuous function, derivative of ft is f dash t, and Laplace transformation of function ft is fs, then Laplace transformation of the derivative function of ft will be s into Laplace transformation of the function minus f of 0. Similarly, for higher order up to the nth order, we can say the derivative of nth order of function f will be s to the power n Laplace function of the ft, and देन उसके बाद हमें क्या करना है, बस माइनस करना है, माइनस एस टू द पावर एन माइनस 1 एफ ज़ीरो माइनस एस टू द पावर एन माइनस 2 एफ डैश ज़ीरो, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ डेरिवेटिव एट द पॉइंट ज़ीरो, फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव, एंड सो ऑन. लास्ट में एन माइनस 1 डेरिवेटिव एट ज़ीरो. सो नाउ लेट अस डिस्कस सम क्वेश्चन ऑन इट. Now the question is, if Laplace transformation of this function is 1 upon s to the power 3 by 2, then find the Laplace of this one. Here I can see, if we can say if ft is equals to 2 root t by pi, or I can write 2 root pi root t, then derivative of it will be 2 root pi into 1 upon 2 root t, means 1 upon root pi t. We can see here easily the derivative of this will be this. So by the formula we can say Laplace transformation of 1 upon root pi t will be equals to s Laplace transformation of f of 2 root t by pi minus f of 0. If ft is this one, then what will about f0? This will be 0. Then by putting the values, s Laplace transformation of this will be 1 upon s3 by 2 minus 0. By solving, I easily can say it is 1 upon s to the power 1 by 2. This is the answer. Now let us see the Laplace transformation of integral functions. If f of Laplace transformation of function f is fs, then the integral of ft up to the limit of 0 to t will be 1 by s Laplace of ft. In generalize, if there is nth time integral, then nothing will be changed, just the power of s will be given as is n. Now for this, for practice, we can do some questions on it. So here is the first question. Find the Laplace transformation of the integral function 1 minus e to the power t. As we know, Laplace transformation of 1 minus e to the power minus t will be Laplace of 1 minus Laplace transformation of e to the power minus t. We have already discussed the Laplace transformation of the constant is always c by s, and Laplace transformation of e to the power at is 1 upon s minus a. So we will apply here. I will get 1 by s minus, that will be 1 upon s plus 1. By solving, I will get s plus 1, and here that will be 1. This is the Laplace of 1 minus e to the power minus t. Now I will have to compute the integral of 1 minus e to the power minus t dt. So by the formula it will become 1 by s Laplace of 1 minus e to the power minus t, which I have already computed. That means 1 upon s into 1 upon s plus 1, or it is 1 upon s square s plus 1. Here is another example of computing the Laplace of integral function sin 2t. As you know, Laplace transformation of sin 2t will be by the formula Laplace of sin at is a square upon s square plus a square, a upon s square plus a square. Now we will apply here, we will get 2 upon s square plus 2 square, or you can say 2 upon s square plus 4. Now by the formula of Laplace of integral 0 to t sin 2t dt will be 1 by s Laplace transformation of sin 2t, and that is 1 by s into 2 upon s square plus 4. So the answer is 2s s square plus 4. Very simple way of to solving it. Here is another way of solving. If a Laplace transformation of function ft, when it is multiplied by t to the power n, it can be t to the power 1, 2, 3, whatever. Then if the Laplace transformation of ft is fs, then multiple of t to the power n will be minus 1 to the power n derivative, nth derivative of the transformation. You can say, here is I given an example, Laplace transformation of t cross at. We know that Laplace transformation of cross at will be s upon s square plus a square. So Laplace transformation of t cross at will be minus 1 d by ds of the derivative of this, that is s upon s square plus a square. And you know by the quotient rule the derivative of it will be minus, as it is here will be, I will get, क्या आएगा इसका आंसर जब हम डेरिवेटिव करेंगे तो, कैन यू फाइंड इट? That will be a square minus s square upon s square plus a square whole square. By using this minus, I can say it is s square minus a square upon s square plus a square whole square. Simple way of solving. Now let us take another example. Find the Laplace transform of t cube e to the power minus 3t. We know that Laplace transformation of e to the power minus 3t will be 1 upon s plus 3. Then Laplace transformation of t cube e to the power minus 3t will be minus 1 to the power 3. Third derivative of the transformation of 1 upon s plus 3. Then the derivative is minus 1 by 3, minus 1 to the power 3, second derivative of minus 1 upon s plus 3 square. I have just do the derivative, first derivative of that. Again minus 1 cube is minus ही रहेगा, that is d by ds. Again derivative of it will be minus 1 into minus 2 upon s plus 3 cube. Again another derivative will be minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3 upon s plus 3 to the power 4, or in short I can say it is 6 upon s plus 3 to the power 4. Now you can check it your answer easily. कैसे? देखिए, we know that Laplace transformation of t to the power 3 will be 3 factorial upon s to the power 4. Now the Laplace transformation of t to the power 3 e to the power minus 3t will be by the first shift. I am already saying by first shift. I have already teach you about it. Then first shift will apply, then it will be 3 factorial upon s plus 3 to the power 4, or it is 6 upon s plus 3 to the power 4. We can do it in this way also, but only for this question, because there is a multiple of t and et. If there is no et, e to the power t, then exponential function is not there, then we have to apply the derivatives. Now we discuss next, that is Laplace transformation of a function ft when it is divided by t, or you can say when it will be divided by 1 upon t to the power n. Then whenever the function t is in denominator, in the form of 1 by t or 1 by t to the power n, then we will have to integrate the transformation, whichever it is. So with the limit of s to infinity. If it is 1 by t, then we will do one time transformation and then integrate. If it is nth time t, then we will have to do the transformation with nth times integration. Let us take some example on it. Now let's start. There is an example. Find the Laplace transform of 1 minus e to the power t upon t. So we know that Laplace transformation of 1 minus e to the power t will be Laplace of 1 minus Laplace of e to the power t. That will be 1 by s minus 1 upon s minus 1. We apply here the Laplace transformation of 1 by t, 1 minus e to the power t will be integral from s to infinity. Laplace transformation of 1 is 1 by s minus 1 upon 1 minus s1 ds. We know that 1 by x is integral of log x. This is minus log s minus 1 with the limit s to infinity. I think you can solve it easily. We can write it as log of s upon s minus 1 with the limit s to infinity. By applying the limit, you will get the answer, or you can easily simplify it also by like this one. I can write it log 1 upon 1 minus 1 by s limit s to infinity. When I applied limit, then it is log 1 minus 1 upon 1 by infinity minus log 1 upon 1 by 1 minus s. We know that 1 by infinity is nothing, just 0. So it will be 0, means log 1, and log 1 is also 0, and that will be log s upon s minus 1. Log 1 is 0 minus log s upon s minus 1, or in short we can write it log of s minus 1 upon s. This is the answer of that question. Now let another example. Find the Laplace transformation of sin at upon t. We know that Laplace transformation of sin at is a upon s square plus a square. So by applying it, Laplace transformation of 1 by t sin at, it means integral from s to infinity, integration of a upon s square plus a square ds. We know the integration of it will be a into 1 by a tan inverse s by a with the limit s to infinity. That will be cancelled by applying the limit tan inverse infinity by a minus tan inverse s by a. We know tan inverse infinity is and pi by 2. This is pi by 2 tan inverse s by a is the answer. You can also do it further on. You can say that we know that cot inverse x is equals to pi by 2 minus tan inverse x. So by this apply, we can say that it will become cot inverse s by a. This will be better.